Okay, here we are coming up on section 5A. Sorry about the bugs on the windshield. This is the entrance. Looks like they're getting ready to put in the new gate. They were supposed to have that done in August. Here it is, September, but hey, whatever. It's good, but they're putting it in. The roads are also supposed to be paved by now, but they're on their way. They're getting it. I see them working on it. Section 5A is pretty much almost all sold. This is the lower section, log cabin. That was one of the first ones. It was a spec house. It's sold. They're building another one kind of like it, different, looks like a different stone, different color. I know there's two new houses down in that cul-de-sac. This one is, I don't know if they moved into it yet. They just finished it. It's a pretty good size house. The restrictions out here are 1,400 square feet. There's another cabin up there. But some of the houses out here are quite large. This is a pretty steep hill with the road being unpaved. It's kind of tough to get up without four-wheel drive, but once it's paved, you'll be able to get up with a standard two-wheel drive car. And there's an alternate entrance. Another house that's a nice one back there. This area over here is all going to be horse pasture with a pipe fence, so they're not going to build over there. The guy that bought up all the land over there. Here's the lot, 1 acre. This is it's got an awesome view. I'm gonna walk it because last time I drove it I punctured a tire. So here is lot 786R. I've got water. It goes from about well, this is the property line here, so it goes straight out towards where that gap between the cedars are. The cedars are on this property. Most of them have been cleared except for that little bunch there. I've got a live oak on the other side. There's a couple oak trees, and the property line ends about where those oak trees are over there. And let's see, about it's about 126 feet wide, roughly, and I think it goes back 352 feet that way. We do have municipal water here. That was and we've got a water meter. That was a $7,100 thing to add on. The property is fairly flat for the first, roughly 200 feet or so. And then it slopes off at about roughly 4 to 5 feet towards the last 75 feet, and then it drops way off out there, and that's where you got the spectacular view. I need to mow out here. It's the lot's not been cleared. As you can see, there's a few rocks. This is actually where we had planned on building. We changed our mind and have a different house in town. We've yeah, it's kind of crazy, but blame my wife for that. This is where we had planned on building. It's got a great view back here from this, right where this tree is at. I'll just keep walking a little bit more, and you can see. And there's the nice thing about this property is this rock ledge that kind of runs along here. It's awesome natural rock ledge. You can see the lake from here. There's always a breeze here. It's always nice. That's one of the things that drew me to this property, is you can sit here. It's totally peaceful, quiet, constant breeze. The property line goes down about right there where that ridge of shrubs are, and it drops off. I think that's probably a good 100 feet maybe or something drop off there. The lot below it's for sale. So I mean, if you didn't want a house below you, you could, you know, technically buy that house or that lot. I think it's one of the few that's for sale left. But anyway, that's the total view of the property. Like I say, a couple of cedars here. Electricity's already in. I don't have a meter on this property, but it's $250, I think, to get a meter or something like that. It's not very expensive for property. This is on a cul-de-sac, and I'll show you the cul-de-sac. Okay, this is the rest of the cul-de-sac. I know that these properties over to the right were purchased. This guy joined all of those lots together, all in one. That makes up about 15 acres, and the proposal was to do a horse stable. Now the stable will be back off towards the back of the property, and there will be a pipe fence. So here's an alternate entrance for right now, construction entrance basically, until the road's finished, and then they'll basically get rid of that. Oops, I don't have my seatbelt on. Fire hydrant. These properties are well, they were sold when we first. These are pretty awesome properties, but they got sold a long time ago. And that's it, as far as I know. I mean, that's your view. Drive by it one more time just so you can get a view from the other side. And property starts about where that, where my antenna is at right now, where that stick is at. Runs all the way across. It's a nice place. You've got access. We'll take a look at the clubhouse, and I'll show you what you have access down the hill. Kind of gives you an idea how that embankment is and the view. It's a beautiful view in that background over there. Too bad the camera doesn't really do it justice. And if the lake was up a little higher, it'd be really awesome. So maybe we get some rain out here. The road about, it's about maybe a half a mile or something like that, is the, you get access to the $1 million clubhouse. And it's pretty slick. It's, we've had some birthday party, or we had a graduation party out here and some other stuff. You get a remote. I think, there it goes. That comes with it. You need an additional remote. It's an extra, I think, 25 bucks. You can get it from the Property Owners Association. We are part of a POA. We have a new board. We run it ourselves. So if you're an owner, you're an owner of this. That gives you access to really two nice places. You get access to the $1 million clubhouse, which cost $1 million mainly because they had to shave the top of this mountain off. It's pretty nice. Got a nice pool. It's got an infinity pool. Can get crowded on the weekends in the summer sometimes. You can reserve it. I like it. It's got a little weight room in there and stuff. And it's got a great view. I mean, that's your lake. That's basically across from the property is back basically behind the $1 million clubhouse here, about, like I say, about a half mile up. You also get access to a boat storage, and you get access to a cabin, which is pretty cool. If the water was up, you know, it's got a boat ramp. They just redid the boat ramp. All this for 500 bucks a year. Yeah, I don't know if I said a month. I meant a year. And that's about half of what it costs out of the Cliffs. Cliffs is about $1,000 a year for membership, so it's pretty good. Coming up on, I think it's section 4. This is probably about what our entrance will look like when it's paved and all of that. Not quite as wide, but basically you'll get a gate and a paved, I don't know if the remote works on this or not. It's not working. Hang on a second. Let me get in here. Now it's working. Okay. Maybe we're having trouble with some of the remotes out here. So basically this is kind of what you'll have on section 5A once they get it paved and gated and all that stuff. You'll have basically an electronic or an electric gate. group mailbox. They do have trash service. Let's go down to the cabin and I'll show you the access. Oh, I was going to show you the boat slip. This is, or not boat slip, excuse me, boat storage. Mixed words here. This is the boat storage area. You would be able to reserve one of these spots and get a spot. I don't know what the process is. I don't have a spot, but I know that you just have to, I think you got to sign up for it. And some of it's covered, some of the newer areas not covered, but first come, first serve, I guess. And that's included, that you don't have to pay a monthly fee for that. That's included in your dues, so that's pretty awesome. We come down the road, they're still not finished paving. They've paved part of this section, I guess where houses are at, they've paved, but where there's not houses yet, they've, you've still got gravel, and that makes sense because I gotta put my seatbelt on. That makes sense because you don't want to mess up your paved road anyway. So while they're doing construction, so you can see here, they got houses back up there, so they've got pavement, and where they don't have houses, they're not. Oh, here comes a car. The cabin area is pretty sweet. I wish the lake was up because I like coming down here. You can rent this one also. It's they got a barbecue area. They have a little floating dock in this area. This was a cool place back years ago, and they bought it as part of this and kept the cabin intact, which I think is great. Like I say, the lake's down. There's floating dock back there behind, and the new boat ramp, which it was always a boat ramp here, and it was always really shallow and short. And since the lake was down, they got a permit. Basically, they have extended the ramp cabin from the other side. Got a really nice place if you wanted to have a picnic or a family reunion or something out here. I think it costs like $100 cleaning fee or something like that. It's not a big deal, you just reserve it. That's done also through the Property Owners Association. And that's it. That's the tour.